in terms of, people think Krista curve curving, and we'll talk about the curving, and it's great. But another thing you guys do very well and frequently is oversized units. Have you thought about putting together some type of rule book or playbook in terms of here's your boundaries, or this is the playground you can play within, but here's your constraints? I know you talk about always kind of wanting to push the envelope, but at some point, do you have internal metrics or internal rules in terms of you can go this wide, but as soon as you get this tall, it's not going to fit on a crate, or you can't handle it within the plant. When you get initial inquiries, and especially you, Patty, you probably are able to just like swat them away with the architects, like not happening, can't do that. How does that decision-making framework look?
Well, we do have some parameters in place that have been standardized, and because of this, you get the same question over and over. But even though every project is different and every requirement's different, so we've put some parameters in place saying, for example, just on curved, we'll tell you, okay, if you want to go this girth, then you can go this height, and based on these thicknesses, these are your minimum radiuses. And then if you want to go with annealed, these are if you want a special shape, you must go annealed. That's your sizes there. So we've got basically those parameters set in place. We've got PDFs that we send out, and it's a lot of times it's part of my initial conversation with them so that they see it as they go back and talk to the design team, and they're looking at what the possibilities are, because that's what they call is this possible? Is that possible? Yes. Well, then how much bigger can we go? Well, you can go this wider, but you can only go this height. So again, those are really good tools that help us so that when we are having the conversation with them, they're able to look at it and understand it. So we go through it with them. But at the same time, there's always a little asterisk that says, if you want to push it a little, call us, let us see your project, because it may be possible. There's been so many different instances where if there's the time, if we've come into a project from the very beginning and it is very unique that maybe one or two people, the entire world could probably make it, it's just a matter of doing a lot of testing and prototypes and which coating is going to work, which coating can you stretch out this much, and that so forth and so on. And what modifications, if you make a slight change to the radius, it really is minimal when it comes to dimensions. So yeah, that's why we don't want to put it down as these are your set guidelines. There's always that little space for room, but overall, I think that covers the gist of it.